Good morning, Soul Embodiment Tribe. I know you can't see me very well right now. I wanted to see if these guys felt like doing a live video this morning, so I'm walking out here with them. But I wanted to talk a little bit about distortions and illusions today, and how to discern between what is an extension of you and source, and what is an illusion. What is the ego saying is true, and how to release that. So I've got Merrick here this morning and Allie. So the first thing I want to talk about is everything that's going on in your reality is a direct reflection of what's going on internally. Good morning, Terry. And when we've been living with I don't want to say a truth, because it's not true. The distortions and the illusions are not true. So when you're thinking about what is a distortion, what is an illusion, it has to do with something you're carrying around inside of your body that is what you think is your belief system. And belief systems come from mentors, leaders, our parents, our teachers, our peers, people that we're around all the time. And the reason I say people is because most of the time, and I'm not going to say every single time, most of the time when we pick up an energy, it's from another person. And that's because people are mirroring and reflecting things. Now, the only reason I want to say that it could be from an item or an animal or something like that is because you may be carrying another energy around with you, and you're gonna be able to feel that. Items and whatnot can have energy attached to them as well. So like if you went to an antique store, for example, you're gonna be drawn to different objects in there because of the energy that has been absorbed by these items, depending on where they've been in their life. So anyway, I'm getting distracted as usual. So distortions and illusions, we carry those around with us, and we think that they are us. But one really good way to be able to tell if something is an illusion is how it feels. So if something feels uncomfortable in your body, or something feels heavy in your body, it's going to be something that doesn't belong to you, that needs to be released. It's going to be something that is not in alignment with source energy. So when you can imagine what unconditional love feels like, and you can imagine what trust and bliss and effortless energy, all of that is an extension of source. There's no emotional attachment to it, and it's neutral, it's free flowing, and it's creating. It's always creating and expanding. Our ego is here to destruct, to destroy, and to break down things in our body that are no longer serving us. But what happens is we get confused between what is us and what is somebody else that somebody projected onto us. And I want everybody to understand, if we all knew the truth and we knew how to use it, you have to believe that people would use it if they knew what would happen if they started using it in the way that they could be. And so the reason I want you guys to think in that way is because it will help you release those people in your life that maybe they aren't doing the best thing that they could be for themselves and for your relationship. And so if they're not in alignment with surrendering and opening up so that they can receive, and you can give and take and have that equal energy exchange, then those people aren't ready to ascend with you. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that they'll never be ready. It doesn't mean that they won't shift on their own or from other circumstances. It just means that for right now, you need to release the expectation of the outcome, the expectation of how that person is going to continue forth on your journey together. And that if they knew the truth and if they wouldn't be living from a place of fear, that they would let that go and they would allow themselves to evolve. They would allow themselves to expand. And that's what this is about. It's about allowing and letting go of resistance and not forcing and not having an expectation that limits you from your expansion. Because when you have an expectation and you think an outcome is supposed to be one way or another, it prevents you from expanding, and it keeps you in your body in that contraction energy. And you're going to stay inside of your body until you understand what source is trying to communicate to you. And look at these guys. They both have their butt turned at me. They don't like distortions and illusions either. So that kind of demonstration is a blocking energy. And so they're demonstrating what I'm talking about. You're blocking what is not going to help you continue to ascend. So, when you allow yourself to show your truth and to be authentic, then you attract what it is that you desire. We are in alignment. And things are only out of alignment when you are resisting your expansion. Now he's doing some licking and chewing. He's processing this energy. So I like doing these videos out here with the horses because they're directly mirroring and reflecting what I'm talking about all the time. And this mower in the background is kind of distracting. But anyway, so the last thing I just kind of want to go over about discernment with the illusions is everything externally is an illusion until you become consciously aware of what spirit is communicating to you through all of your emotions, whether you're using a destructive energy and a breaking down energy to release those belief systems and whatever it is that's, preventing you from that expansion, or you are creating. And if you don't know if you're creating or you're in destructive mode to release those belief systems, neutral is the best position, because you don't want to be creating if you don't know what spirit's communicating to you. Otherwise, you're creating from a place of, I don't want to say it could be from a place of distortions. It could be from a place of illusions where you think you really want something, but it's not in alignment with what source has in store for you. So you force it and you create it and you get excited and everything starts to unfold and you're like, wait a minute, this isn't what I really wanted. And so in order to really know what you want and not what you think you want, because what other people have placed on you as far as belief system goes, you have to get in tune with all of your emotions. You have to understand that every external circumstance is going to create an emotion inside of your body so you can build that connection with source, so you can build that connection with spirit. And every single thing that we do is either going to increase our awareness or it's going to push those emotions further inside of our body, making them harder to reach and feel and interpret. So if you guys are resonating with this message and you would like to get clarity on these emotions and sensations and these inklings of information that you get and these abilities that you're starting to get into them and you're going through your awakening and you just want to get into it deeper, please reach out to me. I would love to have a chat with you about Crack the Safe. And I've got 3 spots left for the October class. And I would love to see how my services can help you. Otherwise, use this technique. Kind of imagine what you were seeing the horses doing and how they were interacting with this energy. And remember that that's the same thing that's happening with you as you're thinking, as you're communicating, as you're feeling, as you're acting. All of these things, whether it's a horse that is reflecting that for you or not, or it's a person, those things are showing you what kind of energy that you're using. Every single thing in our external reality is mirroring what's going on internally. So if you can pinpoint the patterns, you will be able to see what you want to release and what you want to attract more of. I hope that this message helps you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. I love you.